Cool. All right. Starting music. Comfortable seat. Go ahead and just close your eyes and find that spot of center. You might want to get some stuff out of the way here. And go ahead and right away, just pull your navel to your spine. Start to sit up tall and smile your shoulder blades back. Start to lengthen out your breath. That Ujjayi Pranayama, big inhales and big exhales through your nose. Relax your face, really relax your jaw. Relax that space between your eyes. This is such an important part of holding tension, is right here. And oftentimes if you can just learn to relax this, the rest of your body starts to calm down. So just really focus on relaxing your eyes. And as you inhale, feel the diaphragm expand and your shoulders come back. As you exhale, feel everything settling down. Make a sound like an ocean or like you're fogging up a window as you exhale too. Nice deep kind of scratch against the back of your throat. Couple more breaths here. Go ahead and bring your hands to the front of your knees to help kind of pull your shoulder blades back. And then deliberately on the next inhale, open your chest like you would cow pose. Maybe your head comes up. And on your exhale, curling around. Inhale to open. Exhale, curling around. Keep moving with your breath. Starting to stretch the chest and the front of the shoulders. Next breath, then you can sweep your hands up. Big inhale. And on your exhale, bring your palms together, hands at heart center. Just set an intention for class here. Mine is just going to be to try to relax my face the whole time. It's really hard for me. Inhale, hands come up high, big reach, circle out your wrists as you come up here. And as you exhale, tip to the right, that left arm reaches up and over, that left sit bone stays grounded as you grow long through your left side. Direct your breath directly into the intercostal muscles here, the space between your ribs. Maybe you open your chest and shoulder coming back, or it might feel good to fold over that right knee. If you have a dog in front of you, this is an excellent time to give it pets. Inhale, both hands come up through center. And on your exhale, tip it to the left. That right arm reaches long. Again, directing your breath right into the muscles in between your ribs here. It's nice to see people today. Maybe you open to the back of your room with your hand. Maybe you fold over that left knee. Keep that right sit bone planted here. And as you inhale, bring it back up, circle out your wrists again. Exhale, twisting to the right side, sitting up tall. Lengthen through your spine on your ankle. And exhale, twist a little further. Maybe you use this left arm traction you around. Could take weight out of that right hand as well. Keep pulling navel to spine here. Next breath in, hands come up, big reach here. Exhale, twisting to your left side. Sit tall to lengthen and grow. Exhale, twisting a little further, using this right hand to get you around. Maybe weight comes out of that left hand. Inhale, hands come high, big reach. Right hand's gonna come down, left arm's gonna touch the right ear, and you're gonna pull the left ear towards your left shoulder here. Stay long and strong with this right hand. I want you to breathe into the right side of your neck all the way into your shoulder. I like to kind of press my fingers into the ground. You got to stay sitting up. Don't crunch into this. Lengthen through the spine. You're pulling just enough on that ear to feel a nice, deep, pleasant stretch on that right side. One more inhale here. And on your exhale, walk your hand around to the back of your head. Pull your chin down towards the left side of your chest. Stretch is going to move to the back, right side of your neck. One more big breath in. Exhale, release your head. Come on back up. Let everything reset here. Give yourself a second. Second side, hands come up, big breath in. Exhale, that left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Gentle pull on the right ear towards the right shoulder. Stay strong. So this left hand, press those fingertips into the ground or your palm if you have that mobility. And pulling just enough to feel this really pleasant stretch on the left side. Keep sitting up tall, keep relaxing your face. One more big breath on this side. And on your exhale, hand comes around to the back of your head, pull your chin down towards the right side of your chest. Strong through the left hand still. One more inhale. And on your exhale, release your head, bring everything back up, kind of let everything resettle here. Go ahead and uncross your legs, bringing Baddha Konasana together, soles of feet. Wrap your hands around the bottom of your feet. Take a breath in to sit up nice and tall. And on your exhale, keep your spine straight as you fold forward. You can use your elbows to kind of help smash your shins down, but reach your crown of your head forward. Don't fold over quite yet. Working on those inner hips. One more big breath. Exhale, come back up, bring your feet out a little wider to a wide diamond shape, sit up tall, inhale. And on your exhale, now you can round through your spine and relax. One more big breath. Exhale, go ahead and come on back up, bring your knees together, palms on the mat, fingers facing forward. Just inhale to open your spine again like a cow pose. Exhale, curl and around, shrug your shoulders forward. Inhale to open, head comes back. Exhale, curl and round. And the next one, coming to reverse tabletop. Plant your hands, inhale, lift your hips. Nice long line between your knees. Chest. Exhale to bring it back down. Inhale, lift, head comes back. Exhale, bring it back down. Give yourself some space, maybe scoot back on your mat. Legs are long, hands are planted, reverse plank in here. Lift your hips, press your feet towards the mat. Keep back and hold here. Try to press your feet to the mat, even though they might not quite get there. Hips a little higher for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring everything back down. Hands come to the sides. Take Navasana, lift those legs. Big breath in. Exhale, just lower your feet down. Keep your chest elevated. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And up and down, moving with your breath. Try to minimize the movement in your upper body as you're lifting and lowering your legs. It's okay if you're shaking. It's hard. Always focusing on breath the entire time. Let's do 3 more. After your third one, come right back up to Navasana. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, try to just lower your upper body while holding your legs high. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, lower back down. Up and down. Up and down. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Back down, up to Navasana again. Inhale. Exhale, lower Ardha Navasana here. Roll onto your left hip. We're gonna take these tiny little pulses. I like to bring my hands behind my head. Take a breath in. Your exhale, crunching it up, maybe bend through your knees. Inhale down, exhale up, down, up, down. Do 10 this side. 10, 9 with your breath. 3, 2, 1. Rolling on to lower Navasana again, holding in the center for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cruise over to your right side. Over your feet, over your elbows. Take an inhale. Exhale, crunch it up, down, up, down, up. And do 10 more with your breath. Exhaling on the lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back for center. Lower Navasana. Take an inhale. Exhale, coming back up. We're almost through this part. Inhale down. Exhale up. And down. 2 more. Up. Down. Up. Roll across knees. Tabletop pose. Cat cow. Inhale for cow. Exhale, curling around for cat. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. So right back into tabletop pose. Extend that right leg out. Left arm reaches. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale long. Exhale to the side. If you need to bend for space, that's fine too. Inhale it long. Exhale, kick it up and bend your elbow. Really getting into the glute here. Big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale long. Exhale, side. Inhale long. Exhale, kick it up. Elbow to knee. One more time. Long, side, long, kick. Switching sides. Left leg back, right arm out. Breath in. Exhale to knee. Inhale long, out to the side. And long, kick it up. Elbow to knee. Long, side, long, kick it up. Last one, elbow to knee, kick it out to the side, take it long, kick it up, bring it back down, spread your fingers nice and wide, tuck your toes, hover your knees off the mat about 1 inch or 2. I want you to push your shoulder blades up to the sky. I want you to pull your knees, your feet towards your hands and your hands towards your feet. Right through the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take plank pose. Step your feet out. Shoulders are stacked right over your knees. Rock back and forth on the balls of your feet. Come back into your breath here. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down and pause. Elbows pinned into your ribs here for 3, 2, 1. Press to plank. Inhale. Exhale, halfway down and pause for 3, 2, 1. One more. Breath in. Exhale, hold. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands back by your hips. Locust pose. You can interlace your fingers if that feels good. Inhale. Lift your feet, lift your hands, lift your chest. Squeeze those knees together. Iron out your neck nice and long. Maybe lift your feet and chest a little bit higher. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, release your hands, shoulders down, right under your, hands under your shoulders. Inhale for a Cobra Pose, elbows into the ribs again. Exhale, bring a cheek down and relax for a second. One more breath. Coming into a mid-cobra. Inhale, press up. Don't sink into your shoulders. Lift out of your shoulders. Exhale, come back down. Relax for a second, and we're going to come into an upward facing dog. So we're going to press into our feet. We're going to lift our hips. Inhale, press. Hips come up. Lift, open your heart. Downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet here. Notice your calves. Notice your hamstrings. How does everything feel? Just enjoy the space. Take stock of what feels tight for you. Maybe it's your toes, maybe it's your shoulders. Very slowly, walk your feet up to meet your hands through the top of your mat. Take your ragdoll pose. Let everything be heavy. Shake everything out. Shake out your hands. Shake out your head. Just let everything drip. Maybe you grab for your elbows. Maybe you interlace your fingers behind your back and open your chest. Or maybe you traction your spine and let everything be heavy. One more breath in here. Exhale, release your hands down. I want you to take that right foot, step it behind and aside your left foot. So you're crossing your shins. Your pinky toes are kind of together. Inhale, stand up tall, reach up. Just getting an IT band stretch as we fold forward again. You can bring your left hand down to the mat. If you'd like to twist up to the right, you can open that right arm to the sky, directing everything into the outer hip, down the hamstring, in the IT band, and calf on that right side. One more inhale. Exhale, release. We're going to switch the cross of your legs. So my right shin's in front this time. Inhale, sit up tall, reach your hands high. Exhale, folding forward. Right hand's going to come down. If you'd like to twist to the left, you can reach that left hand to the sky. Little balance work here too. Taking the breath into the back of the left leg. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down, uncross your legs. And on your inhale, slowly unfurl your spine, one vertebrae at a time as you start to roll up, bringing shoulders to ears. Exhale, shoulders down, fingers spread wide, Tadasana. Lift up your toes and set them back down on your mat, taking up space. And on your next inhale, sweep those hands up high, big reach. Take the left wrist in your right hand, exhale to the right side. I love side stretching. Inhale up through center, grab the opposite wrist and pull to the left. Inhale up, exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift on your breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank pose. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower halfway down, option to pause. And when you're ready, flip your feet, take cobra or upward facing dog, lifting out of your shoulders here. Exhale, peeling your feet over for downward facing dog. If you're not used to rolling over your toes, try to work on getting that toe mobility. I know it sounds crazy to have toe mobility, but it's nice to be able to roll over your feet. It feels really good to stretch your feet like that. Take an inhale through your nose. On your exhale, step or hop into your squat at the top of the mat. Hands at heart center, elbows right in between your knees. Just getting into the hips nice and early here, sitting up tall. It's really easy to hunch into this, but I really want you to sit up, shoulders back, lengthen through your spine. Keep relaxing that space between your eyes. Next breath in, stand all the way up, big reach, heel toe your feet together. Left wrist in your right hand, exhale to the right side. Inhale to bring it up. Exhale, pull to the left. Inhale, high. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back. If you're jumping back, land with bent elbows, moving through Chaturanga. You can pause or throw in some push-ups. Always your option to do whatever you'd like, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Nice push-ups, guys. Good work there. I'm a weirdo who likes push-ups. It's like a sweet form of torture for me. Take an inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, step or spring into your squat again. Okay, so for the next round, when we come back down, we're gonna have the option, take a crow pose and jump back. You are in the safety of your own home. If you think you might wanna try this and you've never done it before, maybe bring a pillow to the top of the mat in case you face plant, which I've done a million times when I was learning, so it's kind of fun to play with. Next inhale, hands come high, big reach, heel to your feet to touch. Left wrist, exhale to the right side. Inhale it up. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, plant your hands, step hop, or if you want to take crow, take your crow pose here if you're confident in your crow, I would say. And once you're here, take an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to shoot your head and feet back at the same time. Moving through Chaturanga. And we'll lean in down dog. That's a fun little move to play with and practice, and it's good to have a block or a pillow up front in case you do crash. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, come right back into your squat. Circle out your wrists in case you were playing with the arm balance. Sitting up tall, let your bottom sink right into your feet here. Next inhale, sweep your hands up, big reach, heel toe feet to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into chair pose, sit low, squeeze the knees, hands come high. Inhale, sitting a little lower. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. We're going to take standing splits with the left leg. Left leg is high, right foot is forward. Option to have your hands down the mat, or you can grab a hold of that shin and calf, working on stabilizers. Keep lifting the left leg. On your exhale, bring it down. Taking onto Navasana, left toes stay tucked. Hands come up on the inhale. And on your exhale, just bring your hands down to the front of your right thigh. Keep the back toes tucked, squeeze that left glute, lower a little bit deeper into the right knee, directing everything into the hip flexor here. You can stay just like this, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back to add in this chest stretch. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down, taking Ardha Hanuman. Always like to get in the hamstrings nice and early. I want you to play with pushing the foot down towards the mat to get into the shin while you're also getting into the hamstring here. And then play with flexing it back, seeing where you need the deep stretch. Next inhale, bring it forward. Hands come inside of your foot, coming into Skandasana. So right knee is bent, my left toes are to the sky here. I think it's a really easy one to sit forward, but I want you to try to step a little taller. We're not moving, we're gonna stay right to the top of the mat. So one more breath in. Exhale, pivot it around, step back, move through Chaturanga. Long meet in downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, that left foot forward, right knee comes down, right toes stay tucked. Sweep your hands up high, inhale. Exhale, hands down on that left thigh. Squeeze, like really like rock hard right ass cheek here. Sink nice and low into this left leg. Breathe into that right hip flexor. Relax your face. So hard to relax my face. I just want to like always be like this. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands come down, straighten out your left leg. Take a second here maybe to move a little bit, and when you're ready, squish that foot down. Maybe you need help with your hand to do that. Really stretch into the front of the shin here. It's not a muscle that we stretch very often, but it feels nice. And then play with flexing that foot back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, bend that left knee. Hands come to the inside of that foot. We're just going to pivot everything over to the right side into Skandasana. My right toes are to the sky. Try and sit up tall. If you need to have your hands down, that's fine, but just sit up when you do it. Take one more breath in. Exhale, pivot back to the front of your mat and just step forward. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold, shake it out. Inhale, come all the way up, big reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Side two, sitting low, back into chair pose. Big inhale, reach those hands high. Exhale, folding forward. Standing splits, that right leg is gonna lift this time. Right leg comes high, you're just folding over that left leg, hands can stay down, or you can grab a hold of your shin and your calf. Working on that stability. One more breath in. On your exhale, slowly landing with those toes tucked, right knee comes down, so the same time we just did. Hands up, inhale. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Bring your palms away from your spine, but sink low. And keep turning on that glute on the right side. If you have really tight hip flexors, these little series of stretches we're doing right now, if you do this every other day, it's gonna help your low back a lot. One more breath in. Exhale, release your hands, straighten out the left leg. Play with whatever position feels good for you, foot flat or foot flexed. Just be active. Don't just sit here and let your foot flop. Have an intention with that foot. Maybe you pull the foot back towards your face if that feels good. One more breath in. Exhale, Skandasana, shifting all the toes, pointing to the right side of your mat, sitting up tall. If you always have your hands down today, try sitting up with your hands high, maybe balance. You can have your hands out if that helps too. Keep that focus. One more inhale. Exhale, pivoting forward, Chaturanga, step it back any variation you want. You can do your push-ups, you can pause. You can also lift the leg when you do this too, to switch it up, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. All righty, so we're gonna take the right foot up on the inhale, stepping the right foot forward, left knee comes down, sweep the hands high, breath in, Anjaneyasana on the exhale, put the opposite thumb on top this time. Big breath, sinking a little bit lower here, squeezing through that left glute, directing all the breath into the left hip flexor. Shoulders come away from your ears while bringing the hands away from your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, release your hands down, straighten out the right leg. If you want to come into a full split, you have that flexibility, feel free to do that at any point. Use your, just figure out where you need to be stretching here, down or up. I like to experiment all the time. So if there's something that you want to try that we're not doing, by all means, play with it. One more inhale here. Exhale, Skandasana, bending to that right knee, left toes come to the sky, sitting up tall as you can at least. Shoulders are away from your ears. One more breath in. Exhale, pivoting forward, and we're just gonna step to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold, shake it all out here. Inhale, sweep the hands up high, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. So next sequence, we're gonna throw in a little bit of side curl on this one. So if you need some space, make some space on your sides. And if you're new to side curl, again, take that pillow, maybe put it off to the side of your mat in case you go forward. So next breath in, coming in a chair pose, sit low, hands come high, take an inhale. On your exhale, cactus your arms, turn on those shoulder blades, navel the spine. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, shoulders back, squeeze tight as you can for 3, 2, 1, hands to heart center, twisting to the right side. Hook that left elbow on your right thigh. And just sit here for a second, whether you're gonna do the balance or not. Just start to wring out your spine. It feels really good to get into your lower left part of your back here. If you wanna play with the arm balance here, I'm gonna go ahead and come on down to my tiptoes. Hands are gonna come perpendicular to my mat, so my fingers are pointing to the right side. Left elbow directly into the crook of my right knee. My eyes are staying up as I start to lean onto this left elbow. And maybe you take weight out of your feet, squeezing everything together. If you're comfortable, you can obviously extend one leg or two. But it's a good one to play with a pillow. If you're in that balance, start to make your way back into your twisted chair. If you didn't balance, then good for you for hanging out here for a long time, but it's hard. Take one more breath in. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, hop, or play with crow, coming back through Chaturanga, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet. I want you to roll over, shift forward to plank pose, coming into side plank on the left side. Right arm is lifting. Stack your feet to start with here. Just keep those hips high. Lift that right foot up. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it long. Look at the top of your mat. Step your right foot forward, but already go into awkward lunge. So go ahead and tip all your toes to the right side. Lift those hips high on your inhale. Exhale, bring them low. We're gonna hang out in the low position here for a second. Getting into that outer hip on the right side. Take one more big breath. Exhale, come back forward. Finding your crescent lunge here. So sweep those hands up. Settling down into crescent pose. If it feels good, you can interlace your fingers behind your head. Lean back, squeeze those elbows back, opening through your chest, opening through your biceps, nice and low in that right knee, directing the breath into the hip flexor. Navel to spine, coming into the breath, relaxing your face. One more inhale. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Just sit up tall here for a second. So we're parallel to that left side of the mat here. We're looking directly over our middle finger, torso sitting up tall. Inhale to reach forward. We're just gonna stay here. I want you to lift that right heel off the mat. You're gonna feel this in your calf on that right side. Keep that breath flowing. So you've got weight forward, torso forward, right heel is lifting for 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down, side angle pose. You can have extension if you want to bring that left arm forward. We've been doing quite a bit of chest opening already, so feel free to take your bind. And if you're already feeling like you want to take a bird of paradise here, you can step this left foot up. Slowly get your balance before you extend any legs out. Once you have that balance, if you want to extend leg out, you can. Otherwise, just chill in your side angle pose. It's a great place to be. Really bad at this side. If you're in the balance, bring it back down. Keep opening your chest to the sky in your bind. One more inhale. Exhale, release everything down. Breath in and inhale, reverse your triangle pose. Straight out that right knee. Exhale, come forward for full triangle. Hips come back, right hand comes forward. Down to the shin, left arm to the sky. One more big breath. On your exhale, we're gonna pivot on the ball of our back foot so both feet are flat on the mat. Sit up tall to breathe in, reach your hands high. Exhale for pyramid pose, holding over that right knee now. Or right leg, just getting into the hamstring on that right side. Head can come down. Hands can come to the mat or to your shin, whatever feels good for you. One more big breath. On your exhale, bend through the right knee, step your left foot back, and we're gonna come into lizard pose here. So toes are gonna go to about 2 o'clock. This time I want you to keep your knee lifted today. And you can either squeeze your tricep into your knee and really work on being active in that hip, or if you'd like to play with Kalandanyasana, you can shimmy your right tricep under your right thigh. This is a pretty easy arm balance to play with here. So if you're new to arm balance, this is a good one to play with. Bend through the elbows, walk that right foot out, and you're gonna make a little shelf and your hip bones are gonna come directly onto your elbows, extending that right foot out. Maybe you take flight, maybe you don't. Wherever you are, take 2 more breaths, and when you're ready, step or try kicking that right foot back into your Chaturanga. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet here, take an inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, folding forward, shake out your wrists. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, big reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Second side, chair pose, sit low, sweep those hands up. Inhale, the arms long. Exhale, cactus, really squeeze your shoulder blades. Like somebody's pushing your elbows forward, you're pushing back here. Inhale to reach long. Exhale, squeeze and push back. Fight the invisible force for 3, 2, 1. Hands to heart center, twisting to that left side. Hook the right elbow on the left thigh. Knowing what your options are, but first just stay here. Lock into this to stretch the lower right part of your back. And then when you're ready, if you want to play, come on down to a squat. Hands gonna come off the mat to the left side. Right elbow into the crook of the left knee. Eyes go forward. Maybe you take weight out of your feet. Maybe you straighten your legs. When you're ready, bring it back into your twisted chair. For 3, 2, 1, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. On your exhale, make your way back to Chaturanga. Option to play with crow pose if you're comfortable in crow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here. Let everything relax for a second. Next breath in, shift it forward to plank pose. Side plank on that right side. Stacking your feet to start with. Circle out that wrist if you've been playing with the balances. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it long, look at the top of your mat. Step that left foot forward, but we're gonna come into awkward lunge. So that right hand plants. All the toes go to the left side, rolling onto the outside of both feet. Inhale your hips high. On your exhale, set your hips down. Feel the stretch on the outer strip of that left hip. One more big breath in. Exhale, coming forward. Set your feet on railroad tracks so you have balance. When you're ready, bring it up for Crescent Lunge. Navel to spine. Option to interlace your fingers behind your head. Open your elbows here. You can do this like my version of chill crescent, or you can also interlace your fingers behind your back. I really just want to get the chest opener today. So you can do that whatever way feels good for you. Nice and low in this left leg. Really don't be dead through the right leg too. Lift that quad, press that heel back. Take one more inhale. We're gonna open for warrior 2. Heel to arch alignment. Torso parallel to the right side of the mat here. Sitting up tall for another breath. On your exhale, shifting forward with your weight. Lift that left heel up. Getting into some quad and calf strengthening big time. You're still looking down the middle of your hand. Ooh, I feel that in my left glute big time too. One more breath. Let that foot come down. Take your side angle pose. Any bind you'd like, or you can extend for side angle if that feels good for you today. If you want to take bird of paradise, bring your right foot up to the top of the mat. Slowly lifting. Ooh. Try to stand up balanced before you extend your leg. That's the hardest part. I get really excited and want to lift my leg first. When you're ready, bring it back down into your bind. Hold that bind for an extra second. And then release the bind. Inhale up for reverse triangle. Straighten out that left leg. Exhale, full triangle pose. Left hand forward, hips come back. Left hand down to your shin or to the mat. That right hand extends tall. Breath coming into the groin on the left side. One more big breath. Exhale, bring your hands down. Pivot on the ball of your back foot. Bump that back foot in a foot or so both feet can be flat on the mat. Inhale, standing up tall. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, folding forward for pyramid pose. Hands can come to your shin or they can come to the mat, but I want your head to be loose and floppy. Relaxing the face, that's my theme. Relax the face, come into the breath. One more inhale. On your exhale, bend through that left knee, pop your right foot back. We're gonna take lizard pose here. So left hand to the inside, and I want it to be right knee lifting, active lizard today. So you're either squeezing that tricep and knee together, or you're taking that left tricep under your left thigh, walking that left foot off the corner of your mat like a little spider, making a shelf with your elbows, looking forward as you come down. Maybe you take weight out of that left foot. It's all about counterweight and counterbalancing here. If you have the balance, maybe you try to shoot that left foot back. Wherever you are, take one more inhale. And on your exhale, take your Chaturanga. And we're all gonna meet in a child's pose here. Knees come wide, hips come back. If you're doing the bounces, or even if you're not, maybe circle out your wrists. Maybe you put extra weight on the backs of your palms here. But for a second, just relax. If you need a drink of water, it's a good time to get a quick break for water. We're gonna run through the sequence again one more time with a couple different little additions. Wherever you are, come forward onto your forearms here, taking forearm plank. So hips are lifting, neck is long, core is tight. Middle of the spine, take a breath in. Keep your hips exactly where they are. And then we're gonna lower the knees down. Lift it up, lower knees down. So you're just trying to keep the hips from moving too much while you gently tap your knees up and down. Just a little bit of extra core work here. Do 5 more on your own. After your 5th one, come into forearm plank. Walk your feet in for dolphin pose. So hips are lifting, butt's lifting, head is heavy. Don't strain your neck by looking at the screen. Just let your head be heavy here. One more inhale, and then press it up to downward facing dog. From down dog, take a breath in. Exhale, hop forward into your squats. Whoever says that yoga is not cardio is not me, because my heart rate's really high right now. So keep sitting up tall, keep bringing those palms into your chest. Next breath in, hands come all the way up, big reach, heel toe your feet to touch. Exhale, right back down. Okay, so for round 2, we're gonna play with the same thing, but for side crow, you have the option to do side crow or fallen angel, which is sort of the next iteration of side crow. If you don't want to do arm balances, it's totally cool. But let's all come into chair pose here. Sweep the hands high on your inhale. Exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades back. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center, twisting to the right side. Left elbow into the crook of the right knee. Stay here or play with the side crow to start with. And if you're comfortable in side crow, the next evolution is to slowly drop your head down. If you get here, turn on your core and maybe you twist that left leg to the ceiling. You want to make sure you're not putting too much weight on your face though. And then eventually coming back into your twisted chair. If you have questions about that, I'm happy to talk to you after class about it too, once the class is done. So take one more breath in. Exhale, folding forward, let everything be heavy here. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, make your way back to Chaturanga any way you'd like, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Shift forward to plank pose, rolling onto side plank on the left side. Right leg lifts, inhale. Take a tree pose this time, right foot into the left thigh. Hips come high. Other option is to take a wild thing. Bring that right foot behind your back. Big back bend here. Either way, next breath, lift that right foot nice and high. Exhale, stepping it forward. Awkward lunge, so all the toes go to the right side. This time you can take any height with your hips that feels good, or you can move until you find a spot that feels nice. One more breath. On your exhale, we're gonna walk it all the way around to Skandasana, so pivot to the left side. Right knee is bent, left toes are up, take an inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, now we're cruising to the back. Right toes are up. One more breath in. Coming back to the front of the mat. Set your foot on the railroad tracks, coming into the Crescent Lunge. Shoulders are away from your ears. Do whatever you'd like with your hands here. Keep focus in your face and your breath. One more inhale. Warrior 2 on your exhale. Heel to arch alignment. Inhale, moving forward. Lift that right heel up, just like before. Torso is now over that right thigh, adding a little extra weight and strength training to that right quad, right glute. Working on bikini bodies in January, whatever. Take an inhale. Foot comes down, take your side angle pose. Any variation, feel free to take another bird of paradise if you'd like. I'm gonna hold the bind this time. You can also straighten out that right leg, kind of for a bound triangle. It's a really nice groin stretch if you feel like doing that too. If you wanna work on the strength, you can keep that right knee bent. Make sure you bring those shoulder blades back on your back. One more inhale wherever you are. On your exhale, release your bind. Inhale to reverse your triangle. Exhale, full triangle. Right hand down to the right channel, left hand to the sky. Make sure you're not hyperextending that right knee. One more breath. Exhale, bending through that right knee, coming into pyramid pose. Bump that left foot forward. Again, feet on railroad tracks. Standing up tall. Inhale. Exhale, folding over that right knee. Head can be heavy here. Directing everything into this left hamstring. No rest goal. One more inhale. Exhale, step that left foot back, coming into your lizard pose. So you have the option to keep the left knee lifted. You have the option to do the arm balance. If you want to do a traditional lizard this time, you can let that hip fall out to the right side. Feel free to play with the arm balance if you'd like. Also, for the quad stretch, you can reach that right foot back and grab your left thigh. We are going to do one more really intense quad stretch. And for that, you're either going to need a couch or a little bit of wall space. Just a heads up on that. One more breath in whatever variation you are in. And when you're ready, take your pigeon pose here. Walk this foot over to the left side. Shin can be parallel-ish to the top of the mat. That left leg goes directly behind you. Sit up tall for at least one inhale. And on your exhale, if you want to fold forward, you can. You can also do the quad stretch again and take king pigeon here. But really the whole goal is to stretch the outer hip and the glute. And I'm going to take a chance to pet my dog. Let your breath be nice and slow here. Two more inhales and two more exhales. Eventually bring your palms right back under your shoulders. Step back and move through Chaturanga. Option to keep the right leg lifted. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. One more side to go. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, shake everything out. Next breath in, come all the way up to stand, big reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Chair pose, sitting low, knees together, arms reach long. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, hands to heart center, twisting to the left side. Put that elbow on your left thigh. Stay just like this, or play with side crow, or take fallen angel. So again, starting with side crow, and then just tipping down. And I let my left elbow kind of hit my left hip as I twist my torso to the sky. Not too much weight on the left side of my face. Please be careful of your neck here. And then wherever you are, slowly make your way back to your twisted chair. Take one more inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step, hop, or crow back through Chaturanga. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Next breath in, shift forward to plank pose. Cruise over to side plank on your right side. That left arm lifts. Starting off with a tree pose here. Left foot into your right thigh. You can stay just like this. Keep the hips lifting. Or you can take it into a wild thing and bring that left foot behind you. Coming into a nice back bend. Waving to you. Hello. When you're ready, come back to side plank. Lift that left leg high. Exhale, step it all the way forward. Right hand is planted, cruising into awkward lunge. Rolling on the outside of the feet, toes to the left. Find the space for you that needs stretching and go there. Take one more inhale. Exhale, pivoting all the way over to the right side, Skandasana. Right toes are bent, right toes are up to the sky. Left knee is bent, sitting up tall. Take an inhale. Exhale, shifting to the back side of the mat. Coming back into the breath focus, take an inhale. Exhale, walk it forward. Feet on railroad tracks. Come into that crescent lunge. Sweep the hands high, nice and low on that right leg, but right knee is lifting, shoulders are away from your ears. Your hands can be behind your head or in your waist like we did earlier. One more breath in. Open for warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Torso pulling back. Take an inhale. Exhale, shifting forward with the weight. The hips gonna come back here. Taking weight out of that left heel. Really feel this in the left glute. One more breath in. Foot comes down, take your side angle pose. Any bind of choice is just fine here. Feel free to take another bird of paradise if you'd like. If you're just taking a bind, open the chest to the sky. If you're in bird, make your way back down. If you have the bind, release it on your inhale, swim it open to reverse your triangle. Exhale, full triangle coming forward. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Take one more breath in. Go ahead and shimmy forward, and you're gonna spin on the ball of your back foot. Bump that back foot forward, coming into pyramid pose. Sit up tall, hips squared towards the top of the mat. Exhale, folding forward. Head is heavy, shake everything out here. One more big breath in. On your exhale, bend through the left knee, bump that foot back, take your lizard pose here. All the variations in play. You can work on this active lizard with that right leg lifted and squeezing everything together. You can take the arm balance if you want to do that again, or you can drop that knee down. Press that hip open, which feels really good right now, especially if you're doing some of that quad strengthening. You can also take the king lizard where you grab that foot, stretching through that right quad. So many options in lizard pose. And as you know, pigeon is next. So if you want to cruise into pigeon early, if that's where you feel like you need to go, then go ahead and make your way into pigeon pose. I know some people really prefer that. But these two poses go nicely together. So take pigeon when you're ready. You can sit up, you can take king pigeon, or you can fold forward. But really work on directing your breath into the outer hip and that left glute. You can also thread the needle if you want to take right arm under left. Had a very captive audience here with the dog today. Two more breaths wherever you are. After after your second exhale, bring your palms under your shoulders. Step it back. Take three-legged dog here. Inhale. And on your exhale, shift forward. Take your final Chaturanga. Option to keep that left leg lifted. We'll all meet back in child's pose again, knees wide. Let yourself be heavy on the mat. Bring your palms into prayer here. Head comes down, bend at your elbows, walk your elbows forward a little bit, and then sit back and reach your fingers back towards your neck. Maybe give yourself a little massage, but really we're going for a nice deep tricep stretch here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, go ahead and come on up to your knees. This is where I want you to find, if you have a wall or a couch nearby, take a little walk over there. We're just gonna do my favorite quad stretch. It's quite intense. So I'm gonna use the couch to show you, but you're gonna want padding on your knee for this one. So I want you to go ahead and bring your right shin's gonna come down, and this left foot, you're gonna walk it back towards the wall or towards the couch and hook your foot either on the couch or have it smashed against the wall. And if you are feeling like this is a lot right here, then stop. But if you want more, you bring that right foot flat on the mat and press that left hip back. This is such a killer quad stretch. We've done a lot of quad strengthening today, so let this be, just let this happen. We don't do a ton of quad stretching in my classes, so really let this thing release for a second. It's like a good hurt for me. Take one more breath in. And on your exhale, there's no real graceful way to come out of this, so just kind of scoot forward. We're gonna switch sides. The right knee will come down, the right shin towards the couch or to the wall. And I'm gonna plant my left foot right away because it's a little easier than transitioning into that. And the closer your knee is to the wall, the deeper the stretch is gonna be. And when you're ready, just bring it up. If you don't have a wall or a couch nearby, you can always just do like a lizard or a king pigeon and just grab your quad, or you can also just not do the stretch at all too, but it is nice to get the quads a little bit more. A couple more breaths here. And on your next exhale, you can release this one too. Go ahead and come back to your mats as normal. Cruise on down to your backs. We're gonna stack our shins right over our hips, rock a little bit side to side. And let the knees fall over to the left side. Open that right arm out to the right. It might feel good to help traction your knees down. You can also take the left leg and cross it over the right for a little extra traction. I just use my hands though, it works fine. You wanna feel this nice stretch in the lower right side of the back, kind of like you do when you're in twisted chair. Keep focusing on relaxing your face. Next, inhale, knees come up through center. On your exhale, bring them to the right side. Open the left arm out, and again, you can bring that right knee on top of your left to kind of help traction down, or you can use your hands, or if you don't need to, then you don't need to, and that's great too. One more breath on this side. On your exhale, come on back through center. Option for a little bit of a shoulder stand if you'd like, or you can go right into happy baby. For shoulder stand, roll onto your shoulder blades, make a little pyramid with your elbows here. It should be zero weight on your neck. Legs can come high, they can come back into plow pose if you'd like. Just a short one. Bring it back down if you're up. Take your happy baby pose. Bring the knees down towards the mat. Pull on your feet here. And take any other movements that you'd like to take. When you're ready, curl yourself into a ball and just release into a nice heavy Shavasana. Tuck your shoulder blades under your chest tonight. Done lots of chest opening. Let's keep on that theme. Palms face up. And go ahead and relax your face again and just sit here for a minute or so. Go ahead and start to bring some movement back into your fingers and your toes.